y'all, what's up? What's going on? Welcome back to my channel. We are starting a new series today. This is going to be my cool tone series. So tips and tricks for women of color on how to wear cool tone shadows. I see it a lot. I hear it a lot. A lot of the times us women of color, dark, deep complexions feel like we cannot wear cool tones, and that is not the case. We can wear them. There are just different terms and stipulations for us. So we're going to be using the ABH Sultry palette. I said I'd do another look with it, and this is the most recent cool tone palette that I have. Now before we get into it, I know a lot of people, a lot of women of color, we tend to stay away from cool tones, and that's totally fine. If this is not your gig, I get it. You don't have to watch me. Let's go ahead and jump into the tutorial. My eye is already primed. Working with cool tones for sure, I have found that it is better to work with a primer, eyeshadow primer that is close to your skin tone. If you go with something that's maybe a little bit too light or already has an ashy undertone, that might tweak the way the cool tones kind of go onto your eye. Just so you want to make sure that you're at least giving it like a nice neutral base. Try not to go with anything that's too, you know, like too like white base eyeshadow. So if you want to use maybe like a concealer, you can do so. But my preferred favorite is the Urban Decay Primer Potion and Caffeine. Another tip that I have with cool tones, and this is more so speaking for deeper, darker girls here, you want to work with cool tones that are going to work with your skin tone. Now we're not talking about undertones, we're talking about just like NC 45, 48, 50, that's what I mean, just levels, different light and dark complexions. Because if you are a deeper complexion and you're working with something that is a lighter cool tone, it's gonna be a hot mess. The key is work with cool tones that are deep enough for your skin tone, because there are light cool tones, there's medium cool tones, and there's deeper cool tones. You really want to make sure that the shadows that you're using are going to be suitable for your skin tone. So the first shade that I'm actually going to go in here, and this works for me on my skin tone. For reference, I'm like a NC 48, so that way you can kind of gauge where I'm at. So we're going to take this shade right here. Come on, focus, baby, focus. We're going to take Twig all over my lid. So since we don't have a matte tone in here that's going to work for my transition, something that I like to do is I'll just take powder that matches my skin tone. This is MAC NW43, and I'm going to place this in my crease first. And when working with cool tones, another tip that I have, never ever take the shadows too high as far as like being in your crease and going up, blending up. I don't do that because I found whenever I've done that, it just doesn't, it looks ashier to me. So keeping everything low is another tip that I have. Whenever I wear cool tones, I always like to keep it low in the crease, outer corner, all over the lid, but never anything too high, because I don't know, I just never really like the appearance of how the shadows look. Alright, so that is just in my crease there. Don't be scared. We're going to take Slate. Yes, Slate. That, oh, can y'all see? The gray tone right there. And this is going to go directly into the crease. Now I'm putting Slate here just simply because it is a lighter tone and I just need to build. So don't worry, it's not gonna, you know, stay just like this. I just need it to build because I'm going to go in with Dystopian next, and it is dark and I just want to have something to blend together. These mattes blend out so well. Alright, so as you can see, I'm keeping it low and on the outer corner, taking it in, wiping off my brush a little bit, because once I get here I just want to kind of feather and blend it out. Alright, next up we're going to take Dystopian, and this is a really nice cool tone rich brown, and we're going to pop this right on top, again keeping it low. Now if you wanted to, you could probably stop the look here with just these three shadows, the lid, the crease, and then going over it with Dystopian, and again keeping everything super low and focusing most of the color on the outer here. Now if you are someone who is deeper than me, what I would do, instead of going in with Slate and Dystopian, I would go in with Dystopian first and then, oops, this way, and then go in with the black shade. Then I'm just gonna go in with Twig again on my flat brush. And I'm not really doing cut crease. Cut crease is coming soon. Someone commented and said, I know we're keeping it simple, but I'd love to see a cut crease on your eye shape. So yes, that is coming. And then going with Dystopian again, and we are going to take a flat brush and we're gonna line the waterline. And the reason why I didn't use any of the shimmers, because I feel like cool tone shimmers you could do a lot with, but I feel like the cool tone mattes, that can get tricky. And when you're working with it, like at first, like this is a work in progress. When you start, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, this looks crazy. But as you slowly get to the end, it's gonna look 1,000 times better. No crazy wing line, y'all know I don't do that. Just nice baby wing. And I like to get right up close to my lashes, so I'm tapering it. So I like it to start off very, very thin, and then as I get about midway, then I'll make it a little bit thicker, but not too thick, not too thick. Number one rule, start off thin, because when you just go too big, that's it, you're in it to win it. But if you start off small, you can build your way up. And I mean, I'm not gonna lie, you do have to have a steady hand. Practice, practice. That's a question I get a lot, how to get better at winged liner. Practice. That's it. You gotta find your own hand. All right, so there's our little baby wing. Now I'm gonna take this shade here, and this is a shade that I would never put, well, I'm not gonna never say never, but it's a it's a silver tone right here. I'm not sure how to say it, and my camera's probably not gonna focus on it that well. Come on, come on. I'm gonna take this. This is going in the inner corner. This is a great way, if you're scared of those silver tones, keep it on the inner. Now, if you have a wide set eye, don't do this because your eyes are gonna look like they're on the side of your head. But if you have like more a standard shape eye, or if your eyes are close together, do this. This will kind of brighten them up a little bit. I'm gonna start in the inner. Then I'm gonna pull it up a little. I don't know, I just really like the look of pulling my inner corner up into the inner crease. I've been into that. We're gonna put on some mascara. I wonder how many of y'all didn't have faith in this look coming together and were ready to say, this is ashy, girl, bye. And that is going to complete the eye look. Now, if I were going out with this, the only thing I would change is I would take this dark on the outer corner and bring it in a little bit, so that way it's a little bit more like va va voom. But I wanted to make it so it's more like a work eye look if you had to go to work with it. I mean, I go to work with anything on my eyes, but I know most of you guys, you know, are professional women and you don't want to do too much, but you want to do a little something. That's the look. Alright y'all, so that is going to finish up the look. I put on NYX Butter Gloss in Ginger just to kind of complement the look. I feel like the look looks bomb. I like it a lot. I ain't mad at it. If you guys have any questions or if there's another cool tone palette you want to see, let me know down below. I think the next palette I'm going to do that's cool tone, what I have, the Tartlet, the original Tartlet, because I love that palette. That's more of like a cool purple tone, so definitely my gig. I like that. Let me know if this is helpful for you. Let me know if you plan on just, you know, dipping and dabbling in cool tones, trying something different. I feel like whenever wintertime comes around, I always get the itch of, okay, I want to try something different. I want to do some cool tones. So I hope you guys enjoyed this look. Down below, let me know your thoughts on this series, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.